Good morning. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. Yesterday, I asked you to use your imagination to create what you desire. What is it that you really want to do or to be or to have? And how are you spending your time? Are you investing your time or are you wasting it? Neville Goddard writes a chapter called The Coin of Heaven in his book, The Awakened Imagination and Power of Awareness. I studied this with Bob Proctor, and he was my mentor, and he would sometimes read one paragraph, one sentence over and over and over, just to grasp the meaning of what the author meant. And The Coin of Heaven is another pretty deep chapter, but it's so important to think about what are you doing with your time? Are you spending it? Are you investing it? Are you wasting it? And so here is the coin of heaven. Neville Goddard writes, persuasion is an inner effort of intense attention. To listen attentively as though you heard is to evoke, to activate. By listening, you can hear what you want to hear and persuade those beyond the range of the outer ear. Speak it inwardly in your imagination only. So you've decided that there's something that you truly desire. It's in your imagination. Don't be telling everyone about it because they won't see your vision. They won't have the same desires as you. They won't have the same goals as you. And perhaps, especially loved ones, they might try and talk you out of it, thinking it's not for you. It's not meant for you because they don't see what you see. The pictures in their imagination don't match what you desire. And so it might just try to tell you you're crazy. Speak it inwardly in your imagination only at first until your deep desire is so strong. You have so much faith. You feel so great about the picture that you want. It doesn't matter what other people's opinions are. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks or says. You know you're going after something that you truly desire, and you want it so badly, you don't care what others say. And Neville says, make your inner conversation match your fulfilled desire. So you want to talk to yourself as if you already have your wish fulfilled, the goal attained. He says, what you desire to hear without, you must hear within. Embrace the without within and become one who hears only that which implies the fulfillment of his desire. And all the external happenings in the world will become a bridge leading to the objective realization of your desire. Your inner speech is perpetually written all around you in happenings. Learn to relate these happenings to your inner speech, and you will become self-taught. By inner speech is meant those inner conversations, those mental conversations, which you carry on with yourself. They may be inaudible when you are awake because of the noise and distractions of the outer world of becoming, but they are quite audible in deep meditation and dream. But whether they be audible or inaudible, you are their author and fashion your world in their likeness. Do you notice that your inner thoughts, if you think about what you're thinking about, what you're saying to yourself most often, that's becoming your reality? That's what you see around you. That's what you experience the most. Inner speech from premises of fulfilled desire is the way to create an intelligible world for yourself. Observe your inner speech, for it is the cause of future action. Inner speech reveals the state of consciousness from which you view the world. Make your inner speech match your fulfilled desire, for your inner speech is manifested all around you in happenings. The whole manifested world goes to show us what use we have made of the word. Inner speech. An uncritical observation of our inner talking will reveal to us the ideas from which we view the world. Those are our paradigms, the habitual way that we think, the habitual way that we feel, the habitual way that we behave. That's what a paradigm is. And an uncritical observation, not chastising yourself, beating yourself up, worrying, but just observing. Just catch yourself. What are you thinking? When you catch the way you're thinking, you can tell what's forming in your life, what's coming into your real physical experience, your reality. Inner talking mirrors our imagination, and our imagination mirrors the state with which it is fused. If the state with which we are fused is the cause of the phenomenon of our life, then we are relieved of the burden of wondering what to do, for we have no alternative but to identify ourselves with our aim. What is our aim? What are we dreaming about? What are we thinking about? What are we desiring most? Get a clear vision of what is it that you really want. Get clear on it and use your imagination to feel your way into that state of being, becoming at ease, feeling the well-being that you would be feeling if you already were living in your desire. This is a goal that is big and beautiful. It might be bold. It might even be something a bit scary because you have no idea how you're going to obtain it, how you're going to get it, how you're going to be living it. Neville says we have no alternative but to identify ourselves with our aim. Match the vibrational energy, who you will become when your goal is manifested into reality. Your goal should be something that you're growing into, striving for, becoming. And inasmuch as the state with which we are identified mirrors itself in our inner speech, then to change the state with which we are fused, we must first change our inner talking. It is our inner conversations which make tomorrow's facts. So you want to be talking to yourself about how wonderful life is, how joyful you feel now that you know where you're going, you know what you're going after, and you're becoming that version of yourself. If you think about yourself, your life, you've always been you, but you're a different version of you than you were yesterday. You're a different version of who you were 10 years ago. You're a different version of yourself from when you were a toddler, a teenager, a baby. You're still you, but you're you're growing into a better and better version of you based on ideas, dreams, desires, and the growth that you're experiencing. You're changing and you're moving forward into becoming the person that has a beautiful goal. It first starts in your imagination. You imagine what you really want. You get a picture, you visualize it, you get clear on where you want to be, what you want to do, where you're going, who a better version of yourself, what that looks like, what that feels like, and create a picture of it in your mind. And then as you talk about it, you talk to yourself about it. You create some affirmations about how it feels to be there. The inner speech, the way you feel, the vibrational energy that you're in, the state of being that you want to become. Get into that state of being, and then ideas will flow to you about who to talk to, what to do, where to go, what actions to take. It is our inner conversations which make tomorrow's facts. In Ephesians 4:22 to 24, the Bible says, "Put off the former conversation, the old man which is corrupt, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. Put on the new man which is created in righteousness." When I studied this with Bob Proctor, he would say the old man, the old version of you, has to die in order for the new version to become. Put off the old former conversation, the old man, and put on the new man, the new version of you, which is created in righteousness. Stop all of the old mechanical inner, negative inner talking and start a new positive and constructive inner speech from the premises of the wish desired, the wish fulfilled, the fulfilled desire. Inner talking is the beginning, the sowing of the seeds of future action. To determine the action, you must consciously initiate and control your inner talking. Construct a sentence which implies the fulfillment of your aim, such as, "I have a large, steady, dependable income consistent with integrity and mutual benefit. Or, I am happily married. I am wanted. I am loved. I am contributing to the good of the world. Whatever it is that you desire, and repeat such a sentence over and over until you are inwardly affected by it. Our inner speech represents in various ways the world we live in. In the beginning was the Word. That's from John. That which ye sow, ye reap. D.H. Lawrence said, those that go searching for love only make manifest their own lovelessness, and the loveless never find love, only the loving find love, and they never have to seek for it. Man attracts what he is. The art of life is to sustain the feeling of the wish fulfilled and let things come to you, not to go after them or think they flee away. Do you notice when you chase something, when you pursue something, it runs away? Let things come to you. You already are perfectly formed. You already are loved. Just allow that to be your life. Be in that state of being. Think thoughts of loveliness and whatever it is you want. Neville Goddard says, observe your inner talking and remember your aim. Do they match? Does your inner talking match what you would say audibly had you achieved your goal? If you were already at your goal, what would you be saying? How would you be talking about it? Would you be celebrating? Would it just be such a part of your life that maybe you've got some things in your life that already are your dream goals and you're already taking them for granted? You want to write down how grateful you are for what you already have, and then include what you're grateful that has not yet manifested. You can write it out, and as you write, that gets you in deeper into thinking about what it is that you really want. You might write it as an affirmation or as a gratitude, but visualize where you want to be. What is the best version of you? What is it that is missing from your life? Don't think of it as missing or lacking. Think of it as it's already here. You might pretend that it's on its way, just like Christmas, but it's even better when you get into the feeling that it's here now. You're enjoying it in your imagination. You're planting that seed in your heart, and it will manifest into physical reality when your inner speech and your outer actions match. Your inner speech and your actions attract the conditions of your life. What would you be saying if you already attained your goal? If you're already living your dream? How grateful would you be? Neville Goddard says, through uncritical self-observation of your inner talking, you will find where you are in the inner world, and where you are in the inner world is where you are in the outer world. You put on the new man whenever ideals and inner speech match. In this way alone can the new man be born. Inner talking matures in the dark. From the dark it issues into the light. The right inner speech is the speech that would be yours were you to realize your ideal. In other words, it is the speech of fulfilled desire. I am that. I am that I am. There are two gifts which God has bestowed upon mankind alone and on no other mortal creature. These two gifts are mind and speech. And the gift of mind and speech is equivalent to that of immortality. If mankind uses these two gifts rightly, he will differ in nothing from the immortals. And when he quits the body, mind and speech will be his guides. And by them he will be brought into the troop of the gods and the souls that have attained to bliss. That is Walter Scott's translation of Hermetica. As you think and speak and write about what it is that you truly desire, Walter Scott suggests that that is equivalent to that of immortality. What does your soul desire? What does your spirit want to experience? Your physical body is the manifestation of your mind. Think about what you're thinking about, what you're dreaming about, what you want to bring into physical reality. Enjoy it in your imagination. Enjoy it to the point that you can feel it as if you're already experiencing it. And then your thoughts, feelings, actions will bring it into physical reality so that you might enjoy it on the physical plane and others might see it as well. The circumstances and conditions of life are out-pictured inner talking, solidified sound. Inner speech calls events into existence. Neville says, all that a man believes and consents to as true reveals itself in his inner speech. It is his word, his life. Try to notice what you're saying to yourself at this moment, to what thoughts and feelings you are consenting. They will be perfectly woven into the tapestry of your life. To change your life, you must change your inner talking. For life, said Hermes, is the union of word and mind. When imagination matches your inner speech to fulfill desire, there will then be a straight path in your life from within out, and the without will instantly reflect the within for you, and you will know reality is only actualized inner talking. In the Bible, James 1:21 says, receive with meekness the inborn word, which is able to save your souls. When imagination matches your inner speech to fulfill desire, There will then be a straight path in yourself from within out, and the without will instantly reflect the within for you, and you will know reality is only actualized inner talking. What do you choose to actualize? What would you bring into physical reality? What is within you that wants to be experienced outwardly? Write it down as if it's already done. You might write it on a little gold card that you can carry around with you so that you remind yourself to speak about what you want. Speak inwardly about what you would prefer to experience on the outside. Think it, feel it, do it, and become that version of you that attains that beautiful goal that you have in your imagination. Create a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 7. Thank you.